Can't hear you. Let me try something.
One, two, one, two.
All right, say something to see if I can hear you. Are we live? All right, I'll keep it going until you fix your mic. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I'm your co-host, the protege, J McMain. As y'all see, my boy, the Saheem, the Dream, is over here having technical difficulties. So he get that, taken care of and held down. I'm gonna hold it down for the meantime. So yeah, we see early pay-per-view start for King and Queen of the Ring. A lot of it was probably predictable. Except for maybe one thing that wasn't really, but everything else pretty much was predictable. Um, Now there was some controversy. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I'll wait for Saheem to come back to so we can get into the controversy. But yeah, overall, I feel it was a solid pay-per-view. It did really good. Logan, as always, definitely impressed me. Um, yeah, so overall, like it was a real good pay-per-view as so far as most of it has been under the Triple H era. I mean, as Logan Paul would say, the Logan Paul Levesque era, but it's not. It's the Triple H era. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of matches was solid. Um, to see if there was a weak match, and I don't think it wasn't. Even Lyra Valkyria and Naya was actually pretty good. So yeah, shout out to everybody that went out to Saudi Arabia. Saying held it down. Just did a great job. So yeah, um, definitely solid show. Um, so yeah. Again, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Anytime we go live, we can check it out. So you guys don't miss the beat when we go live, and we can, just chat with you guys. You guys can join the conversation too, because the difference with us and a lot of other podcasts where we have live fans and people that watch the show with us, we actually let you guys interact. We interact with you guys and let you guys be part of the show. Where other shows, I mean, you'll comment, you want to be part of the show, but they'll just keep going. And I've seen podcasts where I try to show love and go on, and I'll make a comment and no recognition of my comment. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand the importance of it, and I definitely always thank you guys for tuning in and joining, and you know what I'm saying, just sharing your thoughts, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation with us, because again, we can just be talk we can be just we can be on our own just talking and just have you guys listen, but the fact that you guys are able to interact and talk to us, and what I'm saying, be a part of the show, is key. Um, so yeah, shout out to you guys, because again, without the viewerships and you guys commenting and making reactions, I mean, the show wouldn't be what it is to be. I mean, you just keep it in the band. Um, but yeah, I don't. Like I said, I want to wait for Sal before we get into SmackDown and King and Queen of the Ring. But I don't know if you guys follow a lot of them on social media, but they were having a blast. They were all by the pool. You know what I'm saying? There was a picture. Where all the women, they went to the pool, or what I'm saying, and they were just chilling, living their best life, that's what it's about. Again, you're there for work, but you also want to be able to enjoy the sights and sounds, and just be part of the atmosphere. Um, so yeah, interesting. I mean, not kind of interested to see Raw, to see what's going to happen. I guess the fallout. Um, Kind of upset because all the signs pointed at that we're going to see the Wyatt Six today, but we didn't. So I don't know. I mean, but then again, I thought about it, like WWE wants to, have a genuine pop in the states when that happens, not necessarily in Saudi Arabia, because as Ant jokes all the time, and I mean, and to be honest with you, and Sean also said it too. The Saudis, they act. I mean, they prefer old school. Like they want to see Taker, Hogan, Brett, Sean. They want to see guys like that. Um, you know what I'm saying? Where they're not really. I mean, they like the current product, and I'm sure, and but they won't really embrace the like something new or somebody debuting like that. So I can see why they didn't debut the Wyatt Six, at this pay-per-view. Now I wanted them to, but again, I guess we'll just have to wait until they debut, and also to see which brand they end up, debuting on. but maybe this Friday or this Monday, saying being the pay per view is over, and they can start fresh and kind of build towards the next pay per view. Um, Indications indicated that they're going to target Cody, and it'll give Cody a little feud or something to do in between now and SummerSlam. Yeah, because he doesn't have an opponent yet, but we're sure that he's going to be fighting Randy at SummerSlam. So again, it gives Cody something to do for the next was it when May, June, July, about 2 months. Um, so yes, I'm excited about that. Uh, Drew gets his title match. Triple H broke the news. So yeah, so we're gonna have Drew Rose versus um, Priest at Clash of the Castle. June was it June 19th, June 25th, something like that. So yeah, so we're looking into that. Uh, yeah. I'm trying to see what else do we got. What else do we got? But yeah, I mean, like I said, overall, like I said, SmackDown, the go home show to SmackDown was okay. I kind of wish they would have uh hinted and sprinkled a little bloodline thing, but uh looking at social media, I can see why, because they had a lot of graduations. Everybody, a lot of people, kids are graduating right now. So I know on Naomi's Instagram, she posted that they went to like 4 different graduations in 3 different states. So which makes sense on why Jay didn't make it to the finals, or say, or why they didn't make the trip to Saudi. But yeah, and again, family time is very important as well. So what I'm saying. So I'm just glad that they were able to you be able to spend time with family, especially around this time, because that was a lot of wrestlers, grief and problems before, like they were missing like very important things and moments in their families, and the fact that Triple H allows them to have Christmas off and go to graduation and attend certain things. Therefore, they're able to be a part of everyday life. So I mean, shout out to Trips for that. So yeah, so uh, yeah, like I said, I'm trying not to hold out and not to talk too much or not to say anything about the pay per view. Until Isak comes back, 'cause I know he has a lot of insight and a lot of takes on what took place. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. Again, the NXT is cooking. They and it's good that they have main roster talent going down to help, build the younger talent and help them to develop. Right now Shayna Baszler has a program with Lola Vice, and I'm sure at some point she'll be called up to the main roster. And for a lot of guys or people who don't follow Lola Vice, you guys are gonna be in for a treat. She's actually pretty good. A lot of guys going to be into her for other reasons, but but she's actually good. Now, what I am interested to see, and like I said, I guess I'll double back and touch base with Sai when he comes on. But the Sonya Deville dynamic, I was happy to see Sonya show up on Raw, and I've always said that I would love to see a faction with Sonya and and Shayna. Their MMA background, and they can even bring in Lola Vice. But see, Lola Vice would have to be a little bit more darker, because right now she's real bubbly and twerking and stuff like that, and that wouldn't fit with that particular faction, so to speak. Um, but I do like Zoe Stark. So to add the dynamic of Zoe, Shayna, and Sonya, that would be a formidable faction, a formidable female faction. Um, yes, and so I'm interested. I hope WWE pulls the trigger with that, because that faction can do so many things and go so far.
You
Um, Yo, so he is here.
So, you watched the pay-per-view already?
Yeah, I watched it.
I didn't watch it yet. We supposed to watch it
Oh,
together.
my bad. Yeah, I didn't know.
Totally spoil it. I'm watching it right now.
What are you up to?
The beginning.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Don't even tell me what happened because I'm
Okay, I
watching it.
won't.
We supposed
Okay,
to
I
watch
won't.
the whole thing together.
My bad. I thought we was gonna watch it and then talk about it. But
No, that's not what we talked. We said we was gonna watch it together or react to it.
okay, so we can all right, so we could talk about SmackDown while you're watching it.
All right.
The SmackDown Go Home show is it was all right. Well, I'm trying to think what was the highlight. Oh, so I was telling the viewers prior to that it's interesting to see, like, everybody wanted, Jay and Tom and Tunga to have some kind of interaction to kind of like sprinkle that little bloodline feud or whatever. But the Usos and Naomi, they were busy lifing. Naomi posted they went to like four graduations in three different states. So I was telling them like it's good that Triple H allowing them to do family things and have family time, because that was a lot of beef that a lot of wrestlers had, that they weren't able to spend time with family, and they were missing in like important moments like graduations, birthdays, and stuff like
Did you
that.
see the you seen the pre-show?
Yeah,
They got Big E for commentary.
yeah. Big E was on. Yeah, he was on the panel for comment. He was on the panel. The Big E always does the pre-show panel. No, it's normally Big E and Punk, but I think who they replaced Punk with?
Wade.
Yeah, Wade Barrett.
Yeah, so they got Wade, Big E, and
And Kayla.
who is it? Kayla. I'm trying to. I'm waiting for Wade to stop talking so they can pan
Yeah,
out. It's Wade, Big E. Um,
Kayla Braxton's there.
no, oh yeah, she's there, but the panel. Michael Cole and what's his name? Corey Graves.
Yeah. Great. Corey Graves is yeah.
All right, so don't
Yeah.
tell me who. Don't tell me who won what.
All right, I won't.
I gotta watch it. I'm sitting there fast forwarding it.
It's actually good. Like the matches was pretty solid.
Any surprises?
Yes.
Like as far as returns or victories?
No victories.
You gotta be kidding me.
There's surprises and controversy at the same time.
You gotta be kidding me.
What are you watching?
There's
The
on.
women's
There's
tag
on.
women's tag title.
He said what?
You watching the women's tag title match?
I'm trying to fast forward to the actual to the pay-per-view because the pre-show is so daggone long.
Yeah, well, Bianca and Jay defended the tag titles on the pre-show against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Was that the pre-show?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was the only match on the pre-show.
It's like they. It's like they. Looks like they dressed in their pajamas, man. The way they have them so clothed.
Yeah, and the crazy part of it, I forgot about, what I'm saying, how Saudi doesn't want women to show any kind of skin, like arms, nothing.
Nothing. Becky got like a whole tuxedo uh
Yeah,
outfit.
that was hilarious.
Very hilarious. Cause she's the man. There's only one thing I'm just looking forward to. I'm looking for one victory. And I'm like, if this don't happen, then I'll be very pissed.
What
But
victory?
I don't want to tell you what it is. Because I don't want to see your reaction. Your reaction
Nah,
spoilers.
nah, nah. I'm gonna keep a straight face.
I want Gunther to win King of the Ring.
Okay. So you want to beat Randy?
Huh?
So, but I think we talked about it. You were saying like Randy really didn't need King of the Ring.
Yeah,
That's why you wanted Gunther to win.
yeah, yeah. Because Randy don't need it. If Randy wins it, it'd be like, why?
Well, if Randy, when you think about it, Randy wins. That's a surefire setup. Well, it's a alley oop for him fighting Cody at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but then they could. But okay, that's a surefire setup for him fighting Cody at SummerSlam. However,
Hmm.
they don't need him to win King of the Ring in order to set up a heavyweight title fight for him to fight at SummerSlam. Like, why
Which is
give him
true.
the honor of winning King of the Ring, right? And
Hmm.
miss the opportunity of giving Gunther, King of the Ring when Gunther already has the momentum, you know?
Right, true, but again, as we see, you know, a lot of wrestlers are like uh filling notches and accolades they haven't done. So Randy has never been King of the Ring.
Yeah, I mean, The Rock never been King of the Ring. The Rock never won a title at WrestleMania. He's main evented a lot of WrestleManias, but he's never won a major title at WrestleMania.
And Rock never won the United States title, right?
Rock never won a United States title. Um, Rock's he only won an Intercontinental title, world title. Hold on a second, I'm about to see
In
the end of
tag
this
team.
match. And tag, yeah, he won tag title, but CM Punk never won. One, two, what? Hold on a second. So CM Punk never won a main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah, which I guess was going to happen this year, but due to him getting hurt, so I wonder how they're gonna play it into next year. 'Cause I know next year at some point he's gonna main event. Now is he gonna win the Rumble main event? Yet to be seen, but we know Triple H is gonna give him that accolade that he
Yo,
so desperately
that
wants.
that Nia Jax finish.
Yeah,
yo,
yeah. I thought she
yo,
I thought she killed Lyra.
yo, that Nia Jax finish. Oh man, what? Oh man, oh my god, oh my god, yo, that finish is crazy. Triple H presented her with the crown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you super fast forwarding then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the result, and I'll
Okay, so
watch
you,
the
you
matches once we done.
so you saw the result from the heavyweight title with Becky and Liv.
No, no,
Yeah, that.
no.
So if you up
Wait,
to
wait, wait, wait,
nine,
wait,
then
wait,
you
wait,
you
wait, wait.
missed it.
I was watching it, but then I just skipped over it.
Okay, and then you
Hold on a
didn't
second.
you didn't see the Intercontinental finish because that match was the third match.
Yeah, I seen it finish for the IC belt.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit won. What's his name? Uh, Sami Zayn won. All right, I'm back. I'm rewinding it back. What? Liv Morgan won?
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait. What happened? Hold on a second. Okay. So okay. So what is Dominic doing ringside?
So after you see the finish, I'll tell you what I thought
Okay.
initially, and then I'll tell you what the commentators what was pointing at. I was like, you know what, I didn't think about that. So
I can't believe they gave the belt to Liv Morgan. They should have gave it to Nia. I prefer Nia over
mm-mm.
Liv.
No,
Actually,
because that makes sense.
because of Naya's, I mean, because Liv starting her feud with Rhea, but Naya was starting a feud.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm sorry, Naya started a feud with Rhea before.
Right, but now he's on SmackDown now. So
Oh, yeah.
now, now is Liv going to hold the belt until Rhea comes back? Was remains to be seen. But we all felt that Liv should have won that battle royal. You know what I'm saying? And then the commentators was even, they hinted it was like, Liv always came up short. Like, what I'm saying, in the battle royal, she was the last one to get eliminated. In the Royal Rumble, she's the last one to get eliminated. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, so what is Dominic doing ringside though? Wait, hold on a
Okay,
second. I'm sorry. I'm just watching it. Don't tell me. I'm about to finish it. It's coming to the end right now. I'm watching
okay,
the end of the match to see exactly what the finish is. And I'm
okay.
like, why is Dominic at ringside? Oh, okay. She manhandled to a code breaker. I'm gonna tell you what though. Some matches, when some people get their opportunity to like be crowned, like or get crowned world champion or become champion, sometimes every finish doesn't need to be a crooked finish.
It don't.
Sometimes people just need to get their due. Like just let them be the better wrestler that night. You know what I'm saying? Let them be the
Right.
better man that night.
Even
And it's
even if
just
it's a
like
small package.
right, even if it's a small package, a schoolboy pin, if you didn't, beat them in glorious fashion. But to me, sometimes one thing that annoys me is when they always go for a crooked finish to kind of like save, I guess, save the strength or the perspective of that character. Like, oh
Right.
yeah, like Becky is like the alpha dog out of the females, so it's like if she loses title, it has to be a crooked finish, which just was she got DDT'd on a chair, right? And
Hmm.
Liv Morgan, like literally, like still has the chair in the ring. She could barely get the chair out the ring,
Yeah.
and she wins the title.
Right.
Oh my god, what a sloppy finish! I mean, it wasn't like sloppy, but it was just like you could tell, like because the chair opened up when she was trying to push it out the ring, she couldn't get
Right.
out the ring. So Liv Morgan wins the title. Okay, but it was just to me, it's just like just let Liv beat her, like just let Liv beat her. But I mean, it's well. I do see the point is Dominic being the person that gave her the chair, right, and helped Liv win the title. Looks like he's betraying mommy because he helped another female win the title that mommy should have, but mommy's out injured.
Right. So that's the perspective I had initially. But the
Okay.
commentators was stating that Dominic was trying to help Becky since Liv took out Rhea. Dominic
Mm-hmm.
was trying to help Becky keep the belt, so he threw the chair in the ring. He was telling Becky to use it, and Becky was like, "Yo, get out of here! I don't need that. I don't want to win like that." You know what I'm saying? So now the commentators put it as if he was trying to help Becky, but Becky obviously didn't want never wants his help, and it ended up backfiring.
And it was like, Liv, like you could have kicked her in the stomach, then DDT'd her on the chair. Like it was like Becky was like, "All right, come on, DDT me on the chair." Like
Right, setting up for her, like, come on,
he's like,
hurry up, let's
"Come
get
on, I'm
let's
ready. Hurry up!" It's like just terrible sell, man. Terrible, terrible, terrible sell. Like she could have tried to hit her first, have Liv, block the punch, and then Liv kick her. I'm like, they just ungraceful athletically sometimes. It's like, ooh, that was just a terrible sell. All right, so that's great. So Nia wins. So Liv Morgan wins the title.
hmm
Sami Zayn retains his title. I think
hmm
Gable's probably gonna win at SummerSlam. But they're just running this whole situation now with Gable and Sami Zayn and giving them some time with the belt.
That
Um
yeah, I think that, and then they're trying to drag out this whole Alpha Academy thing.
yeah, give some good storyline and context because they don't want to take the belt off of Sammy so soon. But it's
Right.
so funny because this match looked like a really good match, man.
It was actually decent. Like I typically don't like triple threat matches, but yeah, that one was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, because Gable really needs his due, man. So did Otis betray Gable?
Um. So all right. So Gable threw what you call out the ring, and Otis attacked Bronson Reed, and he threw Sammy out the ring. He was like, "Yo, hit him, hit him." So Otis wanted to do it. So he got out the ring. He grabbed him. He's like, "Come on, hit him, clothesline him." So he wouldn't do it. So he pushed him. He's like, "Yo, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" So he picked him up, and Otis still didn't do it. So he slapped him. So Otis, fired himself up, and he went to clothesline. Sammy, while Chad was holding him, and Sammy ducked, and he closed line Gable.
All right, so I'm watching the Gunther and Randy match.
Okay.
Okay, so is there any bad surprises?
Uh-uh.
Okay, because I know Cody Rhodes did not lose to no damn Logan Paul.
No, but Logan, yet again, had a great match. You know, what I'm saying he's actually impressed me every match he has. Um, he's actually doing his thing. And Logan, as usual, had his little viral moment.
Yeah. So Randy and okay, so I'm watching this. So watching these guys. You know what? I ain't gonna watch the whole match. Let me just get to the end. But if they use this match, if they use a victory of Randy Orton beating Gunther to fight Cody at SummerSlam, then I'm like, what a waste. That would have been a waste. That's a waste of a King of a Ring. Because they could just set him up. Cody fights Cody fights Randy Orton at SummerSlam, and the only thing they need to do is just have a number one contenders match on SmackDown. And
Right,
that'll
which
just be it.
well, which is true.
It's like have Gunther win King of the Ring, give him King of the Ring, and then number one contenders match for at SummerSlam, match on SmackDown. I mean, but I wonder what kind of controversy. I'm just concerned. I'm just like, yo, Gunther better not lose, man. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, if Gunther lose, I'm gonna be pissed because it wouldn't make any sense for me, especially with the momentum he has. It's like, don't even have him lose.
Right.
Randy's not in good shape either.
Well, he's selling a knee injury.
But his back. I guess I'm toward the end of the match. So I'm at the part where Randy catches Gunther with the RKO and he rolls out of the ring.
Okay.
Is
Now
that close to the end?
it's close. You got about maybe like 5, 10 more minutes, maybe in between 5 and 10 minutes.
How long is the match?
I don't know. The match, match probably was like 20, 25 minutes maybe.
He ain't got no strength in his back, yo. Randy, he gonna retire soon. Randy about to retire. Randy got a year. I give Randy probably like a year. Yo, this is crazy. I'm sitting there just watching him wrestle. I'm like, yo, he's holding his back the whole time. Randy got like a year, yo. Randy, after this year, I think Randy's gonna be like, I'm done. He's done. So he could barely walk. Yo, he's like carrying himself in the ring. This is wild.
Yo, Vince Russo is yo. Vince Russo claims Bailey doesn't deserve a place in WWE due to poor promo skills. Wow.
Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100%.
Really?
100%. Name a good promo.
I ain't say she had a good promo, but he said she doesn't deserve to be in WWE because of her bad promos.
I agree. I mean, I think there are other women that should be ahead of the line than she is. Like, I don't
Yo,
think that Bailey is like
so
is a top star. I've been saying that for the last 2 years. I already said that.
so
I've
so
been
you, so
saying
you
that.
think so you not her space, but you feel that she shouldn't be in WWE at all because of her bad promos?
I wouldn't say that, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
that, that
that.
yeah that,
I
that
wouldn't.
that's what Vince Russo's saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go far to say that. I think that her championship victories, um, came by just her having good friends backstage. Whether it was Triple H, whether it was Stephanie, whether it was whomever one of the writers were that kind of pretty much vouched for her, and gave her that look and said, we could use Bailey because Bailey is she was a top performer at NXT. She has somewhat of a fan base with the fans. We can use her and put the title on her. Even with her lengthy, SmackDown Women's title run, the only thing that really made it interesting was the fact that Sasha was her partner and what they were doing as partners. Other than that, I was just like, why does she have the belts? Why does she have the belt so long? The only reason why I even cared about it was because Sasha was a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah, I can say that Bailey. I mean, outside of promo, Bailey is actually great. You know what I'm saying? She's a good wrestler. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, like, and and Cody even hinted at getting a manager to talk for him. So I mean, maybe that's what Bailey needs. But I wouldn't say what I'm saying because there's a lot of wrestlers that can't cut promos, but that's actually good in the ring. This may be something that she needs to work on.
At the end of the match, did Randy pop out?
What part do you see?
Randy caught him with the RKO. He pinned him. He popped out of it, and then he caught him with a pin,
Yeah,
a
so
backslide
that's
pin.
so that's the controversy. So they're saying that Randy's shoulder was up, but the ref still counted three.
Wait, so who's saying the controversy?
That's what they asked Triple H about it backstage. They was like, based off the controversy, he was like, he said he when he was watching it out there, he didn't notice it, but when he came back and saw the replay, he said he did see it. But the referee's decision is final. But he said he kind of wants them to run it back. You know what I'm saying? But
Who said Triple H said he wanted to run it back?
Yeah, he said he would love to see Randy and Gunther running back.
Yo, Randy could barely stand, man. I think the reason why they did that was because they because probably because the Saudis wanted Randy to win.
Yeah,
Or yeah, when his shoulders is up. I was like, why he got to win like that though? Come on, man. Really? Yo, Randy could barely stand. Yo, this is crazy. Let's see what Gunther got to say. Oh, they saying he deserve it. What happened today? Yeah, because all they gonna do. I mean, Randy. I think Randy gonna be out for a while, man. I think Randy gonna be out for a while. Randy is not in good shape at all, man. Like they had to carry him backstage. That's crazy. This is wow. All right, are you serious? They have a Hulk Hogan action figure you could download in WWTK 2K.
yeah. So they have a Cena action figure, a Cody action figure, and Hogan's action figure.
That's hilarious. No no Austin action figure.
Uh-uh.
You know who should have definitely lost their belt tonight? Who should definitely lose their belt tonight? Bailey. So let's talk about Bailey, man. Let's talk about that a little bit more. Um,
Hmm.
hold on a second. I'm gonna hear what Triple H had to say about the finish. So I was hearing that. Hey, I'm sorry. One moment.
Thanks, guys. Man, it has been an exciting night here in Jeff. It is only appropriate that I'm standing by with WB Chief Content Officer Paul Levesque, who I hear has some breaking news for us.
I do have some breaking news, and you're right. It's been an incredible night so far. But congratulations to our new Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan, to our new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax, and to our new King of the Ring just now, the Ring General, Gunther. But for big announcements, earlier today, our medical staff cleared Drew McIntyre to step back into the ring. And true to his word, Damian Priest agreed to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against him. So I am making that match official right now.
Oh wow!
Damian Priest
Really?
versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, June 15th, live from Glasgow, Scotland.
Triple H, thank you so much. You heard it from
okay.
Triple H himself, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, World Heavyweight Champion, clash at the Castle. Exciting stuff. Thanks again. Back to you guys.
So again, it's official. 3 weeks from tonight, we're going to be in Glasgow, Scotland. Drew McIntyre in his home country with an opportunity to win the World Heavyweight Championship against the current title holder.
You think Drew should win that match?
Yeah, in front of his home crowd.
Okay, so my question is, if you think he should win the match, because when I think about booking champions to win, and I think about why somebody should win, I think about the longevity of them holding on to that title. Like after they win the title, how well their character will translate over time and how long their reign could be. Pretty much them becoming a substantial champion
Mm-hmm.
and the benefit of them holding the title and how well it would magnify that division or magnify the person with the title. Like there's very few champions that ever held the belt and the belt felt like it had status attached to it because they held the belt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some people, they win the world title and it's just like you got the title and nobody cares. Or you got a title and nobody cares. Like nobody cares you got the title. Like I forgot Damian, like I don't forget, but I don't care that Damian Priest has the world title. I
agree.
I just care that somebody takes it off of him. It's like
Right.
get that thing. It's like it's almost like get it off him as fast as you can.
Yeah, because then he'll become humble again, and so instead of making it sound like it's him, he's helping the Judgment Day or he's making the Judgment Day better. Like they can actually go back to like a regular faction again, where so everybody's equal instead of him feeling he's dominant, and everybody else is beneath him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they should even do that. I'm gonna tell you this is what I think they should do. Say for instance, Drew McIntyre beats him at Clash of the Castle, right? Say he steps in the ring, fights Drew beats him, he loses the title, right? And on that night, Judgment Day offers to help him, right? He says no. He loses against Drew in his first title defense. Second title defense, because his first was against Jay. Goes
Mm-hmm.
against Drew. Drew takes the belt off of him, and then that's when Judgment Day spirals into a breakup, because then remember there's no leaders in the Judgment Day. And
Right.
let's say Damian Priest comes backstage and he's frustrated, he's mad because he lost the belt. They do like a whole little segment. Damian Priest, he gets mad and he starts to say, I didn't need you guys. I didn't need you. I'm the lead. I'm the leader. I'm the one who won the world title. Da 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 da. And then him and JD McDonough and Finn look at each other like, there's no leaders in the Judgment Day. There's no one person that leads. Like that's the whole point of Judgment Day. There is no leader. We're just a group that forms together, comes together, form and have a common goal. So, and from there, that's where they start to really show and really give us the descent of Judgment Day. I feel like that'll be
Mhm.
like the best, the great moment. Damian Priest is mad because he lost the belt. He felt like he didn't need the Judgment Day. Judgment Days, Judgment Days feel like, you know, you think, you try to assume yourself as the leader, and then also, um, not just him being the Judgment Day, but then you're saying you don't need the Judgment Day. Like them leading off of or leading into, oh, you're saying you don't need us. So you're saying you don't need us, or you don't need the Judgment Day. You never needed us, because that's what Damian Priest was saying before when he fought Jay and when he had his other matches. So then it's
Right,
like, if you don't need us, then why are we here? Or why are we together? And then they kind of break
right.
up from there. I really think they should really break them up, let Finn go solo, and then push Finn. That's what I care about. I mean,
So so that I like that aspect of it, or they kind of kick Priest out, and then Finn kind of takes over, and not as a leader, but as the, I guess, at that, well,
mm,
Rhea was more so still like she's the longest member after Priest gets out. But yeah, and then let Finn kind of like steer the horns and be like, all right, let's get it. We got to get back on track. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna help us do that. Now with Priest losing to Drew, it would make sense because then you can set up Drew versus Punk at SummerSlam for the belt.
mm,
Punk loses that. I don't want Punk to win the belt. So I want Punk to lose. I want Punk to lose that. And being that because Punk's been tormenting Drew since since Rumble, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying. So Punk loses that, and Drew holds on to the belt until Seth comes back. Seth comes back. He takes the belt off of Drew. Um, and Seth holds on to the belt until Mania, and then we have the match that we supposed to have Seth versus Punk at Mania.
hmm. So you don't want to see Punk and Drew at Mania.
No, hell no. That needs to happen way before Mania.
Uh,
They can have their two matches,
mm,
but yeah, I don't want to see that at Mania. SummerSlam, maybe Survivor Series,
mhm.
Money in the SummerSlam, Survivor Series,
Yeah,
even Hell in a Cell, maybe. But yeah, not at definitely even Royal Rumble. I'll be okay with them having a match of Rumble, but
yeah,
definitely not at Mania.
yeah, man. Yo, Cody's the new Shawn Michaels, man.
Yeah, at this point.
Yo, man. When I think about wrestlers who came out looking like a superstar wrestler with the like with like just like the dopest ring attire, the first two people that come to my mind, Shawn Michaels and Cody Rhodes. I mean, like he looks like the guy you're gonna book in the main event. Ring attire, entrance, him and Shawn, man. Him and Shawn, they look like, and I definitely said in Triple H. But like the guy that looked like, oh yeah, you need to put him in a match, or like he looks like he's the guy who's a superstar, like Cody and whatchamacallit, definitely Cody and Shawn, man. Okay, so I'll watch this match later. I'll get to that match later because I already know Cody's gonna win. I don't even need to watch that one. I don't need to watch that one. But very interesting. So Bailey didn't defend her title tonight.
Who Bailey? No, Bailey defended against on SmackDown against Chelsea Green.
So let's talk about this, man. Um, so Eric Bischoff says she doesn't deserve to be on the WWE roster.
Yeah, because her bad promo skills, like that's a horrible analysis.
Yeah, that is definitely a bad analysis. If he would have said like her bad um promo skills and a terrible ring work, then that would make more sense to me personally. But I definitely think that I think she's a decent wrestler, as far as the as far as the women are concerned. Um I definitely don't I definitely wouldn't say she doesn't belong there or doesn't deserve to be there, but I personally agree with him in the aspect of he didn't make that point of her being a big superstar, but I say this, she's not a big superstar. Like I don't like her being pushed as a top star is like, whatever. She's probably pushed as a top star because of what she represents for the business backstage. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes and as far as doing like their promo work. But just as far as her being an all-around superstar, like compared to other superstars that I feel like, or other women that they could, give an opportunity to or give a chance to, I don't think she should be pushed as a top superstar. And it's not so much that I even have like other women, like other female superstars to kind of like put above her, so to speak. It's just that some of the opportunities that were given to her to win world titles could have been given to other women instead of given to her. It's like you could have tried the title on this woman or this woman or give this other female wrestler a chance versus actually giving her another title reign. And it's like she's not that impressive or not that you know impressive or not that appealing to where you're tuning in to watch SmackDown or watch a WWE promotional show just to see Bailey wrestle. Like I've never mentioned. I mean, we've never had a conversation. I never talked about any moments we were happy to see Bailey on the screen, other than when she was with Sasha Banks, and they were doing their little heel thing, and they were trying to win all the gold, and they won all the gold. They won the tag team championships, and the world titles. But I definitely think that Bailey gets a lot more opportunities than she definitely deserves. You know, like for instance, like instead of putting the title on Bailey, they could have put the title on what's the girl name? The girl they released? Um,
Emma,
huh?
you talking about Emma?
Not Emma. Well, I mean Emma character got better, but her finisher was the women's right,
Oh, Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans. I thought Lacey Evans was going to be a world champion.
I feel like when they brought her back with the whole army gimmick, I think that kind of like messed her up.
They didn't have to change anything.
They didn't. I
For
agree.
some reason, they thought it didn't work. But I'm just like, well, what do you guys expect? Like, just push as a heel. To me, it's weird because it's like when they say certain things don't work, I'm like, what do you mean it don't work? Because I'm like, is it don't, is it that it doesn't work for you or is it doesn't work for the people? Because I'm like, a heel is a heel. Like if they're being booed and they're not being, liked by the fans, it is what it is. Like, heel heat, you know. But if they get like a big old boo like Dominic, people like, oh, Dominic is the greatest heel of all time, or he's one of the biggest heels of all time you ever had. He gets such a reaction out of fans. It's not because fans, boo him because they're like, oh, we just like booing him. They boo him because it's almost like they look at him like, yeah, they pretty much they look at him like he's the guy that we don't want to kind of really see on screen. Like, get him off the screen. Like, why is he here? Why is he on the screen? Like, but Dominic is definitely not that impressive, especially being 30 something and you got no muscle tone. That's terrible. I thought Dominic was like
Hey, he's like 20. He's in his 20s.
Bro, Dominic is like 31, son.
Really?
Yeah, me and Ant was talking about this on one of the shows, and I'm sorry, I'm bugging. He's not 30 something. I'm bugging. He's 27.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I know he's in his 20. You gotta be.
Okay, but he's 27. I'm bugging. I was totally off with that one. But he's 27. He has no muscles. It's terrible. He looks like a beanbag. He need to work out. You 27, you're a wrestler, and you don't go to the gym. Yo, Dominic is. Yeah. He's a tiny guy, yo. Dominic is tiny. Like at least with like when I look at Logan Paul, I'm like, yo, the dude took the time to get in shape, work out, look good, look like something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what's annoying to me is that Vince McMahon got mad at Cain Velasquez because when he came in to fight Brock Lesnar, he was mad about his shape. And I'm like, I'm confused because you had dudes like the Brooklyn Brawler wrestling for you. You had guys like Fit Finley wrestling for you. And you put a title on Fit Finley. You got all these, and I'm like, Kane is a legitimate athlete, a two-time UFC champion, and you mad about his shape. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a real athlete. Like, and he felt like Kane should have been in better shape. He felt like Kane wasn't in better shape. That's the reason why he didn't go forward with booking the second match, second or third match that he had with Kane. It was like Kane was supposed to beat him in the second match, Brock Lesnar, and supposed to take the title off of him. Or that's what they were going to do, and then
Well, he
have
didn't
Brock
like.
take the title back.
Well, he didn't like Gunther either because you know what I'm saying. He like because he said he felt Gunther was too, you know what I'm saying, he was too fat. That's why Gunther, lost the weight and got in shape. But yeah, he had an issue with Gunther as well.
Yeah, yeah, but it's crazy to me because it's like you had people like Earthquake. You hired people like Earthquake and Typhoon. You know, I mean, but that's pretty much Vince's selective decision. His selective preference, who he wanted to really yo, they got a Titantron that high? Wow. Yeah, but Vince's selective preference, he's like, oh, this is who I want to push, or this is who I like, you know, regardless of size. But
Right.
but yeah, because Vince actually was trying to take the title off of Gunther.
He
Take
was.
the IC
He
title off of
he
Gunther.
he actually didn't want him to like even win the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, after he won, he was like, all right. He kind of was about to throw in a towel, but they told him like, yo, chill, like give him a chance, let him rock.
Yeah, they were gonna put the title on Nakamura.
Yeah.
But Vince
Now, do I
Vince is
feel? Now,
uh
I do feel Shinsuke should have gotten at least world title run, but that was more
mhm.
so
That was all on
what
Vince.
happened with Finn. Yeah, what happened with Cena.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, that
saying?
was
Like
all Vince though. I'm gonna tell you one thing that annoys me though. One thing that annoys me is that sometimes when I watch other people give like their perspective of superstars, and I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm gonna do like a little documentary on it about like I'll probably that's probably gonna be the next one I do. I'm posting up a new one soon, but I'm gonna do a video based on just wrestlers that Vince McMahon failed. You know, like wrestlers that he completely failed. Man, I'm telling you, he broke a rib. He broke his ribs. Look like he in pain. Cody's pissed. Either he's really hurt or he's really selling that blow to the ribs. But I hate when let me just finish my sentence. But I hate when like guys give their perspective on wrestlers and performers and say, oh, this wrestler failed in WWE or this performer failed in WWE, when the only job of that performer is to take a gimmick, make it entertaining, make it likable, you know, have the fans or get the fans to invest in this character, and then pretty much you as the booker or the promoter, pretty much put a title on him or put him in that limelight because he is, absolutely one of the best things of the show or one of the best parts of the show, or he's the reason why the show is enhanced. And one thing that annoys me, you know what I'm saying? Wait, so what happened with Logan Paul and Michael Cole?
Oh, because when he used the brass knuckles, Michael Cole was like, "You promised you wasn't gonna do it, and you promised that you know what I'm saying, you lied. You said you wasn't gonna use it, and you used it anyway." So Logan was like, "You telling him to shut up and mind his business." And they just kind of, sold it more than it needed to be sold.
Yeah. Wasn't the match originally supposed to be both titles on the line?
I think when they announced it, they didn't officially say it was, but then I think initially when they first announced, I think it was, but then they kind of switched it because that's when Logan was like, "Yeah, my belt's not on the line, yours is." Because I was like, "Dad, why would they give both belts to Cody? Like, it doesn't make sense." And I know for a fact they're not going to give Logan, that the heavyweight title. So I think they kind of changed their mind. Like, no, 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 let's not do that.
Yeah, this is actually a good match. But Logan Paul, man. Logan Paul. Listen, ain't nothing nobody can say about those Paul brothers, man. They need to. I know people don't like them, but you can't say they don't work hard, man.
Right, but and then it's crazy because everybody now Jake has his match in July. Everybody keeps saying that Jake's gonna beat Tyson because he's younger. I'm like, yo, I don't care how young you think you are. Tyson gonna beat the brakes off Jake. I'm sorry. But you got to slow people that think differently. So
Yo, you ever got put in a figure four before?
yep.
It feels like your shin is gonna break.
Yeah, yeah. If it's done correctly, yeah.
Yeah, that figure four is no joke, man. That figure four, that sharpshooter. Oh my god.
And then extra because basically it only hurts more when the person presses up on it, and the fact that Charlotte bridges into the figure eight, that I'm like, oh, you just added a whole new dynamic into it.
Yeah. So Logan Paul is doing a buckshot lariat.
It's funny, people say he does it better than Hangman, which is hilarious.
He said people say he delivered better than Hangman.
Yeah, a lot of people saying it.
Get the hell out. Yeah, sure.
But I like the fact that Logan takes certain moves and adds it into his arsenal, which is cool. Because
Yeah.
again, people who don't watch AEW or don't know about Heyman, they'll be like, "Yeah, that move is crazy." Like, yo, you should move Logan Paul came up with, but we all know he didn't. But I mean, it's smart.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Going with the crossroads. Yeah, it's so weird. It's like, yeah, so Logan Paul does the buckshot lariat like 3 times a year, and Hangman Page is doing it like what, like 150 times a year. Like, shut up. Then he does one bad buckshot lariat because he's tired and fatigued, and all of a sudden, because Logan Paul does like 3 buckshots in a year, he does like the best. Shut up.
but I also
Sometimes people
think,
say some stupid
but
stuff, man.
but I think they also say it too because Punk botched it so bad, and the fact that somebody else did it, you know what I'm saying? At least on a level of
Of
Hangman, I guess it was like,
yeah,
oh snap, somebody else is actually able to do it.
right. Yeah. But he definitely doesn't do it better than Hangman though. Because even when he tried to do the buckshot lariat just now, like it wasn't that great. I mean, it was good. It was good. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell he was only setting it up to miss. But nah, he's bugging. They're bugging. They're definitely. But whoever said that, they're bugging. They're really bugging. Talking about really. But fans say a lot of stupid stuff. Like when I think about spears, like who does the best spear? Goldberg has
Mm-hmm.
the best spear in my opinion. Like no, the only other person I feel like had a spear as good as Goldberg or better than Goldberg will be Bobby Lashley, and then after that will be Roman Reigns. But just because people like and he's popular, oh, who has the best spear? Roman Reigns. They'll just say people just say that just cause, and it's just like yo, but Roman Reigns does have a dope spear. He does. He has one of the best spears. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you who has one of the ugliest spears. Who has the nastiest spear ever? Edge. Edge always had the
Really?
nastiest spear. Edge spear is disgusting. Yeah. It wouldn't even look like he hitting you.
I
When
know.
Goldberg hit you, remember when Goldberg used to hit you with the spear, it looked like he was trying to knock life out of you. Like your body
Yeah.
jerk. Like, I mean, he was like hitting you. It's like he was trying to run through you, like cut you in half. Like when he spared Christian that one time on a Monday Night Raw, he spared Christian and flipped him over from a spear. Like it's just certain the way the way Goldberg hit that spear on you, man. It was like he lifted you and like flipped you. Like I mean, sometimes flipped you, but lift you and just like folded you. Go. The reason why I said Bobby Lashley had the second best spear to Goldberg, or if not better than Goldberg, was because when he was in TNA and he started to do the spear. When he hits you with the
Mm-hmm.
spear, he flips. So it's almost like when he hits you, his body flips. So it's
Okay, I
like,
can see
or
that.
he twists his body after he hits you. So when you see it, it looks dope. And the first time I seen it, I was like, that's dope. And I was like, that's a dope spear. And I was like, the innovation of that spear, of the way he delivers it, I thought it was dope. But Edge has the ugliest spear. Every time I see Edge do a spear, I'm just like, don't even do it, man. You don't even look like you hurting him. You know, Batista's spear was like a regular spear. I like whatchamacallit spear, Jay Uso spear.
Yeah, I also think that Cody has the ugliest super kick.
Oh, he does. He definitely does, man. Oh my God, Cody, he does. I'm like, dude, don't even try it. I mean, who has somebody said this years ago, but then at the time I was being very biased. But when I think about it now, he's very, very, very. It was very, very, very. Not very. It was very much the truth. Um, The Rock has the ugliest sharpshooter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Rock has the nastiest sharpshooter. I'm like, yo, are you even hurting them? Like, it's like, so their legs supposed to be like folded like this and wrapped up. It's like
Because
they're
the Rock, he doesn't sit down with it. He kind of
like stands up.
kneels a little bit. Yeah, he stands up
Yeah.
more for the most part. Yeah. So nah, you're right.
And he's in there screaming like he's really like inflicting pain. I'm like, bro, you ain't doing nothing. Bro,
He's
this is
selling it more than that person.
where the person like he's screaming and the guy's on the floor with the sharpshooter put on. The guy's on the floor in the sharpshooter and the Rock is standing up screaming like he's like he's in pain. He does have the ugliest Or they go to money shot, Jake Paul. Really? Nice. Nice. Yo, this match was actually really dope.
Yeah, what I told you.
This match is pretty fire, yo. That's pretty fire. This man, I don't know how the fans are gonna react to Paul after this match. But yeah, his WrestleMania match, man, with Randy and Kevin, and then this match here with Cody, I'm like, yo, Paul, I don't know, man. If Paul become a champion, I wouldn't be surprised, yo. They probably gonna build on him a little bit, but I don't think they should put the belt on him if he's not a full-time wrestler. But if he does become WWE champion, huh?
I said I agree. Yeah, he definitely needs to be like full time because the backlash that everybody would give him or WWE because to give him a belt, saying he's not full time. Yeah.
But one thing I definitely say, I have to say this about Paul, about Jake Paul, and this is the truth, man. And this is
You mean Logan?
Huh?
You mean Logan?
I'm sorry, Logan. Right, my bad, Logan. This is the bona fide truth. Listen, the dude is a popular, he went from a popular YouTuber to now wrestling in WWE. When given the opportunity to wrestle in WWE, took the time, you know what I'm saying? Really took the time to work out, learn the in-ring mechanics, and he gets in the ring. And I mean, out of every celebrity I've ever seen step into the ring, he by far surpasses everybody.
Yeah. With Pat 100%. McAfee being a close second.
Even Pat McAfee had a good moment, but no, I mean, putting on full matches, man. And I mean,
right, like this, I say is Logan definitely put on he actually took it more serious.
Right. He took it more serious, but it's the stuff he's doing is guys hitting body splashes through the announce tables, from off the top rope. Putting Cody, he's doing buckshot lariats. A buckshot lariat, I no average person could do a buckshot lariat. You know what I mean?
True, this is true.
So it's just like, and he's having good matches, man. Like he's really wrestling, and people hating on him. Like, listen, like yo, you got to give it up. You got to give it up, man. People got to give it up, man. Like this dude, man, is really doing his thing, man. This is wow.
Yeah, like I said, love him. You know what I'm saying? Love him or hate him, like you got to give him his credit and his props. I'm saying like he's definitely doing his thing and holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Where we didn't think that he was gonna, be how he is now. You know what I'm saying? Because he fought Rome, and then I mean think about it. His first couple matches was against heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? Like of course the first regular singles match was against Ricochet, but outside of Ricochet, you know what I'm saying he didn't fought Roman, he fought Seth. Now Cody, he's fought in world champs. Like all his pay-per-view match outside of him defending his title, he's been fighting world champs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even mad at the fact he is a champ, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So Cody grabs him and says, "I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch."
that was hilarious.
Yeah, this match is pretty dope, man.
Yeah, it was. I told you, the match was real solid.
The match is pretty dope. Even his match at Mania, man. That match at Mania, I was like, yo, this is a good match. But yeah, man, yeah. People gotta give it up, man. You gotta give it up. You gotta give it up to this dude. But if he was more full time, then I definitely think that they would probably put a title on him. But at this junction in his life is like if he becomes a full-time WWE star, he would have to drop all his ventures and he
Yeah,
could lose he could lose money because it's like if I sign on to WWE for X amount of dollars, you know, um all the other money I could be making doing, all these other
the other
things.
stuff.
Right.
Hmm.
So, but they probably signed for the deal with WWE for like maybe a mil, 2 mil, 3 mil. He probably signed a nice lucrative deal, but he's definitely probably making 7 figures. He has to be making 7 figures with his WWE deal. If he's not making seven, then he's definitely. I mean, of course he's making six, but he's probably making a high 6 figure. Has a high 6 figure deal.
Right. Yeah,
But
I can see that.
good promotion. He's a influencer. With the belt, and it just brings more publicity to the company. You know, but he's like the first man, the first of his kind, man. Influencer with a WWE championship. But not only that, but he's actually like, serious about it, man. Frog splashes. Come on, man. This dude didn't come there to play.
At all.
Logan did not come there to play, man. But that's the thing, man. You gotta give it up. Even when he fought Mayweather, the fact that he fought Mayweather, I think he fought 10 rounds against Mayweather.
Yeah, he will not let you forget it at all.
10 rounds. He went 10 rounds with Mayweather. But the thing about it is even Mayweather taking that fight, and the thing about it is for him to even boast about that, it's like, bro, you went 10 rounds with Mayweather, who was like, like 3 feet shorter than you. Like, Logan, now if you went 3 rounds with Tyson Fury, 10 rounds with Tyson Fury, I'd be impressed. If you go 2 rounds, if you even go 1 round with Tyson Fury,
give crowds a guy.
Anthony
Yo,
Joshua, like Usyk, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua, Usyk, Deontay Wilder, go 1 round with those guys. Those guys are like your height. Then I'll be quite impressed.
well, I mean, but then again, even outside of height, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, Mayweather is the most popular guy and the best at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah.
I still give him props and credit for at least lasting that long with him. Pause.
Yeah. 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 The fact that he did, go that far with him, but yeah. Yeah. All right, man. We gonna call it a night. All right, guys. We thank you for joining us for another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I'm your host, Tahim the Dream. If you guys are catching this replay, we were watching King of the Ring. Well, I was watching King of the Ring. Jay apparently seen it and spoiled the plans. We were supposed to watch it together and react to what happened. But
I apologize, folks.
but
At 1 o'clock, I was off and I ain't had anything to do, so I was like, all right.
You could have said, "Oh, I didn't watch." You could at least said, "Oh, let's watch it. You ready to watch it?" Oh, you didn't have to say anything. You didn't say anything. But you know what? But next time we do it, next time we do watch it, and and it's like a sort of event. I only want to watch like the like when we like do a live reaction to it. I only want to watch the
main event.
Not the main event, but just the more popular matches. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I definitely don't want to sit here for like 20 minutes and
3 hours and each match. Yeah,
go over Bailey match. Maybe if I'm bored or whatever, but but whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna put some respect on a role model. You and I'm not feeling you and what's his name? Vince Russo's depiction of the role model.
I mean, do you think that Bailey should be pushed to be a top female star the way that she is?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because Bailey's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, people sleep on Bailey. And again, her promo work may not be the best, but you know what I'm
But
saying, she's a great in-ring talent. You know what I'm saying? Like she's better than majority of the women in you know what I'm saying in
like
the
who? Like who?
who's she better than?
Yeah.
She's better than Natty. She's better than
No, she's not. No,
Shane.
she's
Yo,
not.
yes, she is. Oh,
Bro,
she's
no,
way
she's
better than
not.
Natty.
Bro, Jay, come on, man. Stop the cat.
You just
Who
don't
else?
like you
Who
just don't
else?
like. Uh, I love Shayna, but I think she's better than Shayna. I feel she's
Stop the
better
cat.
than who else in ring. Now we're not talking about over. We're talking about just in ring.
And
You know
ring.
what I'm saying?
I'm yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I can tell you. I can. So it's easy for me to tell you who she's not better than. She's not better than Bianca. She's not better than Rhea.
Why did you struggle to say that?
Cause I couldn't because Rhea's out, so I was trying to think. I couldn't think of Rhea off the top of the head, but so she's not better than Bianca. She's not better than Rhea. She's not better than I think EO. I would take EO over her.
Okay. She's not better than any of the any of the
Everybody
Asian
else.
wrestlers. She's not better than she's not better than
Kyrie Sane, yes, she is.
she's not better than Oscar.
Okay,
She's not better than
okay,
Kyrie
Oscar.
Sane.
Oh
She's
yeah,
not
she's
better than
better than
Kyrie
Kyrie
Sane.
Sane. I think
She
she's
said
better than
what?
Kyrie Sane. I think
She's
she's
not
definitely better than
Kyrie.
Kyrie Sane.
What? Kyrie
Yeah.
Sane? Yo, bro, none of the Asian wrestlers are terrible wrestlers. None of them.
I'm not saying it's terrible, and that's not a knock
But
on
all
Kyrie.
right,
Kyrie's good, but
but Bailey botches. Bailey has a lot. Bailey botch, and sometimes she flops around in the ring, like she don't know what she's doing. Like so, when I think about women wrestlers, like who are the best, like okay, this is who I think Bailey's not better than. Like, and I mean these are the best: Charlotte Flair,
okay,
Bianca Belair.
okay.
We took Bianca Belair,
Oscar,
Asuka, Kyrie
okay.
Sane, Io Sky.
I get.
Who else? Natalia.
Mm.
Uh,
Everybody agree with except for Natalia and Io, but go ahead.
Nia Jax. Even though Nia was botching, Nia's definitely got better.
Yeah, she got better.
Um, who else? I don't think she's better than Shayna. I don't even think she's better than the girl that's a tag team partner with Shayna.
who? Zoe.
Zoe Stark. I don't think she's better than Zoe Stark as an in-ring performer.
So
How
okay,
about
so
this?
so.
How about this? Besides NXT,
Mm-hmm.
on the main roster, name one Bailey match you can consider a female classic.
Besides NXT.
And that's hard to do
It
because, in
is.
my opinion, the only females that were really putting on like dope matches in WWE history, in my opinion, like in the ring, was AJ Lee, Paige,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, and
Mm-hmm.
Bianca,
And Sasha.
and Sasha. It's the only women that I've seen
Well,
in the ring and had matches. I'm like, yo, yeah, that was a banger. That was fire.
well,
That was fire.
it's kind of hard to think about great Bailey matches, and I say that because the last year and a half, last 2 years, she's been in damage control and she's been losing all her matches. Then she was out for a year, so you got to think back even prior to that before what I'm saying about her having a great what I'm saying match. And I wanted to go back and look to see, like I'm trying to see if I remember that match with her and Bianca was that, a decent, banger. But even outside of that, like I definitely feel that she's top five right now. I mean, you might even push it down the top 20, but I definitely feel she's top five right now, wrestling wise. I wouldn't say overall.
Okay, right now. So So who's in that top 5 though?
Bianca, Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
Bailey, and
Mm-hmm.
Asuka.
You would put Io Sky there, and we're talking about just in ring performance.
Okay. Oh yeah, Io. Okay, so she's top 10. Yeah, because yeah, I would say she's top 10 because
All right.
I mean even if we throw what's her name in the mix,
I even proved. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think because it was a girl that I had at the top of my head. I can't remember, but yeah, like outside of the big names, I really don't see anybody else like being better in ring. You know, say because Jade is not there yet.
Mhm.
Lyra is okay. Um, Kiana James, I wasn't impressed with her. I mean, I guess when we see her in the main roster, you know what I'm saying? Everybody have their own opinion. Candice LeRae is okay.
Mhm.
Andy Hartwell can be better.
Mhm.
Um, Zoe Stark, I like. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Zoe Stark has grown on me, so I can definitely throw Zoe in there. I don't even think Becky's in my top 10.
Yeah,
Who
Becky's
else?
definitely not my top 10 at all.
Yeah, yeah.
If she is, she might be, but maybe. I don't. Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, sorry.
Becky might.
As far as in ring performance, no, I don't think she is. Yeah, she's definitely not. No, she's not.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, as of right now, like, I mean, yeah, because even yeah, like I said, if you really like do like sit back and do the math and really think about it, like you can't tell me that it's 10 wrestlers on the roster. I mean, even though you like Kyrie and Natty over her, but I definitely don't. But other than that, like
All right. So check this out, right? If you go back and you watch, what was the last pay-per-view before
Backlash.
this one? Backlash. If you go back and you watch Backlash and watch that tag match with Kyrie Sane and Asuka defending their titles against Bianca and Jade, watch
Mm.
that match and watch Kyrie watch how Kyrie and Asuka were wrestling. I guarantee you, I guarantee you, your perspective of Kyrie Sane will change. I've seen Kyrie Sane wrestle, and the
I'm not saying
only
Kyrie
reason
Sane is whack.
no, I'm saying like as far as like if Kyrie Sane and Oscar for the match right now, I guarantee you it'd be probably one of the greatest women matches you will ever see this year if they fought. But if you took somebody like Bailey and put her in the ring against Kyrie Sane, the match won't be that good because the simple fact that Kyrie Sane has to adjust to Bailey's pace.
I mean, but you can also say that with and Kyrie in regards to Jade because they had them saying Jade's a powerhouse who's kind of still learning. So
Yeah,
you can even say make that same argument when it comes to her.
that's true. That's true. But what happened? But in that match, even in that match, right, with Kyrie Sane adjusting her pace to Jade, it was a good match. Like in that match, like just watching how Kyrie was moving. You get
No,
to
it was
see like how like just how was in the ring, but how she wasn't like like there was like she wasn't like again like when we compare the women wrestlers to the men, we know like the men are more athletic, but just far
right.
as the pace that Kyrie was able to keep and what she was able to do in the match, it was good. Like and
Yeah,
it's like
I think
Bailey
the only
flops
issue I had with
around.
that. I
Mhm.
mean, she does, but I think the only issue I had with that match, honestly, was the fact that Jade was like she was kind of like waiting for certain spots. So you see her like waiting and anticipating it, you know what I'm saying, instead of letting it fall like that. I think that's the only like grief I had with that match. Other than that, it was a good match.
Yeah, right. And it was all Jade, but yeah. But besides, but when you look at it, when you look at the match for what it is, it's just like it's Jade. It's like okay, so Jade didn't, um, Jade didn't really like, Jade didn't really,
She 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 she
what?
she didn't she didn't,
I'm
she didn't have that
live.
real development.
Who? Oh, she like Jay need to go. Oh, you talking about the match? It was that bad? Oh wow.
You
Yo,
know what
so
will be?
was it that bad? Was
I
I didn't
think
get the rest.
I don't think it was that bad, but you know what I just thought about we should do? We should have a
What?
special with where we have Chanel and Ray on the show so they can give their female perspective and let them just debate for a little bit because that would be real interesting to see.
Just to see them go back. They more than likely probably agree on the same performance, if anything. I think they do. Cause I
But I don't
mean,
know because Ray loves Jade. Like Jade can do no wrong in Ray's eyes, and compared to with how Chanel feels about Jade, that would be an interesting debate.
yeah, because Chanel's looking at skill. Uh Ray is probably just looking at how she just looks. And that's the thing about Jade. Jade has a dashing look about her. She looks like, like
A
she's a great
superhero,
performer. But
right?
you standing next to Bianca, she like an amateur. It's like
Well, I mean, Bianca does it to a lot of people, so
right, exactly. It's apples and oranges. But like I mean, if Jay was in a ring with Bailey, then it'll be like okay, whatever. Or in a ring with like Becky, be like whatever. But like Bianca is like a world class, like Bianca, I say this Bianca, and whatchamacallit, Bianca is like a world class, woman's performer. Like she showed in the last few years that she's miles ahead of all the female wrestlers. Like she ain't going
of
nowhere.
course. And
She's like I think she's officially the first real like Hulk Hogan of women wrestlers. Like for
and
real,
to
for real.
think she and to think she didn't really want it. Like it was not even her passion. Like Mark Henry actually talked her into doing it, and the fact that Montez Ford like really like helped her and what I'm saying, like basically like taught her wrestling because again this something this is not something she wanted to do or was her dream.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and that's crazy. The fact that she's even like excelling the way she's excelling, but it's just like as far as and the reason why I say that she is because all the other female wrestlers that came before her or after her, they were just like, figureheads of women trying to push the professional sport. Um, but until we got like, AJ Lee, we got like Paige, and we got like Charlotte, and then we got Bianca, like all those other women, and then we got the women of NXT, like Bailey and Becky, and all other women who were like wrestling, and Oscar, who were really performing, and Natalia, like women who were really wrestling in the ring and really putting together matches, showing that there's a lot more than just their appearance and how they look, and bras and panty matches, you know, like
All right, so rate the four horsewomen one through four in your opinion.
1 through 4. So you have Bailey, you have Becky, you have Charlotte. The one
Hmm. Sasha and yeah
who's up?
Bailey.
Oh, Tasha. So number one,
Hmm.
Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte.
No
I have to
arguments
say
there.
Charlotte. I hated Charlotte, bro. I hated Charlotte in the beginning. I hated Charlotte because I'm just like, yo, they're pushing her so much. But what won me over, or how Charlotte won me over, was because every time she got in that ring and she had a match, she always tried to rise to the occasion to give you something good, no matter what. Like she always tried to, like her doing like aerial, what's it called? Called Arabians or aerial front aerial flips off the no back aerial flips off the top rope outside the ring. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, yo, this woman, yo, like, and sometimes what I'm saying, again, her matches wasn't as clean as sometimes as clean as like the men's, You know what I'm saying? But she
Mm-hmm.
gave you there was entertaining matches. She had some great matches. But then the other thing that won me over too was that she was great on the mic. She was comfortable. She always cut great promos, and she didn't take no BS from nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I hated her. And then after a while, I was just like, you know what? Truth be told, just looking at Charlotte just as a performer from my bias about, and I'm not. I don't really try. I really try not to be biased. For the
Right.
most part. And if I feel like I'm being too biased, I'm like, all right, I got to step back and just give the situation a chance. I'm like, yo, Charlotte. I was like, yo, Charlotte was really the real deal. Charlotte was the real deal. Um, I'll say Charlotte. Then I'll definitely say Shash. I say Shasha.
Okay.
I'll push, huh? Yeah,
Okay.
I put Sasha over Becky because this is the reason why I put Sasha over Becky. I put Sasha over Becky because even though Becky had a great run, had that great demand run at that time, and
Mm-hmm.
what was it like? Was it 2019 or 2018?
I think it was like I think it was like 17, 18 because it was way before COVID.
Yeah, right. So even though she had that good run, which was a great moment for her, and she caught fire, she
Mm-hmm.
never really. It was a moment. It was a good moment for her. It was a good moment of elevation to make premier women of the or top women of the women's division. But
Mm-hmm.
that was what she did something. She did something at a time where I guess, in my opinion, like it was easy to do, not easy to do. It was easy to do because John Cena wasn't really doing nothing. And then she said what she said, and she threw that dart at John, and it worked for her. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
John was like, "Let me move out the way," because John was trying. John know he needed to move out the way because John wasn't really that top. Even though people book him even though people say, "Oh, John ran the business," he ran the business because that's how he was being promoted. Period. Not because he was really the guy. Truth be told, the guy who was really the man was CM Punk. He was really that
Mm-hmm.
guy. And I
Right.
would definitely say Randy, CM Punk and Randy, but definitely CM Punk because CM Punk had it. But I say all I like to say this is that Becky Lynch was able to do, grab that fire at that moment because she was able to say the things over the mic that John wasn't willing to say. So when she said that, she had that moment, she had that run, and then when we begin to see like what was coming out of her run, it was nothing
Mm-hmm.
really, nothing better than what Charlotte was doing. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing better than what Sasha did. Even when Sasha and Charlotte had that feud, and they were going back and forth with the title, like that.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, that was like one of the most exciting times in women's wrestling. Even though when they got to the Hell in a Cell match, Sasha couldn't wrestle because I was real amped for that match. I was real hyped, and Sasha couldn't finish the match because she had a back injury. And
Mm-hmm.
the fact that again, Becky only had that moment because it was like we wanted her to dethrone whatchamacallit. But after that, what else did she have? Nothing. She never had anything else. Sasha went on to have a classic match against Bianca Belair. Sasha went on to have a great. Sasha was a better heel with Becky. With Bailey than Bailey was, and Bailey was supposed to be the top heel. But Sasha was the better heel, and didn't and
I
only had the
agree.
tag title, huh?
I said I agree, and
Yeah.
honestly, I think that honestly ended up hurting Sasha more than helping her because now, as we see, she thinks that she's better than, or she's bigger than who she is, and saying she bet on herself in the AEW. So yes, I mean, I guess with WWE putting the rocket on her back, saying gave her the big head, and she's like, oh, I'm better than them, I'm better than the company, I can do this, I can. So
Yeah. I think I don't know, Jay. I don't know how to necessarily is it
and
well
and and,
I
and it, and to
well,
even say
yeah.
that, what I'm saying, Charlotte's the number one, like Charlotte, and again,
Uh-huh.
even with Charlotte wrestling wasn't what Charlotte wanted to do. She only did it because that's her brother's dream.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So to think about it, like the people who are like at the top of their game in the women's division didn't even really want to be wrestlers. It wasn't really what they dreamed about doing,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because it's like they didn't think about it and they become like the top stars, man. It's so funny when it comes to like celebrityism and it comes to like position of like um hierarchy. You always find
Hmm.
out that some of the people who are the most successful are the people who never even thought about doing what they were doing. It's weird.
Hmm. Right. Yeah.
Weird. Like I forgot who was. Somebody said there was somebody who like they was like, I never wanted to be a rapper, and they became a rapper and sold millions of records. Like they never wanted to be a rapper. Puffy didn't even want to. Speaking of Puffy, but Puff Daddy, Puffy, he didn't even want to be a record music. He didn't even want to be a record exec. He wanted to be a garbage man.
Wow. And even DDP, you know what I'm saying? Watching his watching his documentary, like yeah, wrestling wasn't, you know what I'm saying, big for him. You know what I'm saying? He thought
Mhm.
about it late. He wanted the he was I think he started wrestling when he was in his 30s or in late 30s. And they was like, yo, you're too old, like give it up. But you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? And people was telling him like, hey, we'll give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? If this is what you want to do, we think you got something. And he ended up going for it, and we see how that turned out for him.
Speaking right. Yeah, that was another one. They fumbled him. I mean, they did right by him in certain aspects, but they really fumbled him. WCW fumbled him bad. And it's so
Yeah.
crazy because right in front of their eyes, when they were going to war with WWE, right in front of their eyes, they had exactly who they needed. They had Booker T, they had DDP, and they had Goldberg. And it was like,
Hmm.
just use those guys. Just use those guys as your top stars. Keep the belt on Goldberg for a long period of time. Then you take the belt off, you put it on DDP. Keep it on him for a few 6, 7, 8 months. Take the belt off him, go back to Booker T, until you are developing. And I'm sorry, and they had Scott Steiner. They had Booker T, they had Scott Steiner, and they had Goldberg. They had
Hmm.
I would say Jeff Jarrett, but nobody likes Jeff Jarrett. Nobody likes Jeff Jarrett. Yo, I don't know anybody that ever named Jeff Jarrett as one of their favorite world champions ever, like ever,
Yeah. and
ever.
and I don't think that's going to change either.
I don't think it is ever going to change. He was terrible, um, terrible. Jesus, it's almost like, yo, why does he even have the belt? Why is he on the screen? Like, why are you here? It's like,
Yeah, and then the fact that he felt it was okay to hold Vince up for ransom, it's like I want more bread. Like, yeah, nah,
and Vince is like, nah,
you.
you get out of here. Like, what do you like? But but yeah, what was I saying? But anyway, yeah. But WCW had their guys. They had their people. They had Booker. They had their guys. And even it
Hmm.
was like even when they put the belt on Scott Steiner, was like at first I was like Scott Steiner, and then when I started watching, I was just like, I was like, okay. I was like, they got something with Scott. But when I went back and started really watching Scott Steiner on WCW, I was like, yo, they fumbled WCW bad. They had exactly what they needed. They had all the tools right in front of them, and they just kept messing it up. And it was just like, yo, why did y'all never like? How come y'all didn't put the belt back on Goldberg? Why didn't y'all do that? Like, why did y'all stop that? Who dumb idea was it to not put the belt back on Goldberg and allow Goldberg to continue his reign of dominance until you was able to build another lovable superstar to take the belt off him? They could have used DDP. You know what I'm saying? They could have used Booker
Well,
T. They could have used Scott Steiner. Like people they could have used in order to like, take the belt off of Goldberg. But you had a big superstar in Goldberg to keep the belt on him for a long period of time. You know what I mean? And people and the thing about it is people and said in his con. I'm like, yo, Hogan had nothing to do with why the belt got off of Goldberg. That had everything to do with, Kevin Nash's dumb idea. You know what I'm saying? And beside that, um, Eric Bischoff being the head of creative, he could have been like, listen, all right, I know what's in your contract. I see what's in your contract. And I know you have creative control over your character, but in this storyline, your character is not involved. I don't want your
Yeah,
character involved.
but again, you know what I'm saying, when a situation where, like they said, the inmates are running the asylum, you know what I'm saying, like I mean, yeah, it sounds good just to say, all right, this is what's gonna work, or this is gonna, you know what I'm saying, this is what we need to do. But like I said, you got nobody's on board and everybody is looking out for themselves, then
Yeah.
it makes it kind of hard. Similar to how AEW is, where we feel like, you know what I'm saying, with AEW, like their head of creative or their VPs are actual wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? So of course they're gonna try and say look out for the business, but at the end of the day, they also want to make sure that you know what I'm saying, they're making money, not taking money out their pocket. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, one thing I definitely say about the EVPs is that EVPs don't have a they don't have they're smart enough to not have a self-destructive or destructive personality, to whereas ever since they've been there, they have not gotten in the way of world championship reigns and even the tag team division. When the EVPs, when they started AEW, they didn't even win the world tag team titles initially. Kenny Omega didn't
who
even win the world title.
right, yeah. Kenny took a about wasn't the Bucks the first AEW tag champs?
I don't think so. I think it was
I
somebody
think they
else.
I think they were. I think the Bucks were the first, because I think Jericho was a heavyweight, and I want to say the Bucks were the first tag champs.
Nah, hold on a second. Nah, I don't think the Bucks was. I believe it was somebody else. Yeah, it was SoCal and Scented. The Young Bucks had the most title reigns, but they weren't the first. It was SoCal Uncensored. They were the first champions because Arian and Scorpio Sky. But that's the thing, though. When they win a championship, or when the championship, like when all the championships were available, they didn't just be like, "Oh, all right, so we gonna win the championships." SoCal Uncensored won the championships, and then the second champions was Kenny Omega and then Hangman Page. And then the
Right.
third was FTR,
Mm-hmm.
and then the fourth was the Young Bucks. So they weren't even third; they were like the fourth, and they were the
Okay.
EVPs. And they didn't. So the company had been in business like I believe 2018 or 2019, and they ain't win the titles until like 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show like they weren't trying to like, oh, because we run a show, we gonna have all the gold. Now, mind you, they probably may have like multiple title reigns. They probably may have like maybe one of the longest title reigns. But at the same time, you can see that they really invested in giving other, so like the Young Bucks, when they won the titles, they didn't even have it for a month. They had it for 28 days.
Mm-hmm.
Then gave the belts up to Swerve and Our Glory. That's Keith Lee and Swerve Scott. Then became tag champs. Hold on a second. So yeah, they held on the belts. First time they held the belts. I'm sorry, I'm bugging. The first time they held the belts, they had it for 302 days.
Okay.
But before them, right,
Mm-hmm.
the longest reigning champions was Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. They held on to the belts for 228 days. So they're like kind of like EVPs. You know what I'm saying? They're like EVPs. Kenny Omega and Hangman. But at the same time, they didn't even, and they're solo wrestlers. They didn't even go for like solo titles. They went in for tag titles. You know what I'm saying? And that first AEW title reign went that first AEW title reign went to Jericho. Then it went to Moxley. Moxley justified him being a new person that they need to, or new talent that they need to build. Then it went to Hangman. I mean, not Hangman. It went to what's the guy named Omega, and then
Mm-hmm.
from Omega, it went to Page, and then from
Then Punk.
Page, then Punk, and then from Punk, it went to MGF, right? MGF, yep,
Yeah.
MGF.
Mm-hmm.
Because then Punk and Moxley went back and forth, I think, with the title, and
Yeah, they
then
did.
yeah, and then it went to MJF, and then from MJF now it's from MJF to Samoa Joe to Swerve. But yeah, so they not even running the company like that. And then when Omega had the belt, I think Omega had the belt for like a year, which
Mm-hmm.
made sense. Then Hangman, when Hangman got the belt, Hangman had the belt for like 6 months, I think it was. He held the belt for like 7, 8 months. He ain't hold the belt. He didn't hold the belt long, and I felt like Hangman should have held on to the belt for like a year or
Yeah,
close to a year.
I wouldn't say that long, but I definitely feel he should have had the belt longer than what he did. I
Yeah,
agree with that.
I think he had it for like 200 something days, or maybe shorter. But when I went back and I watched like I went back and I legitimately watched like Hangman Page's feud with EW, his feud with John Moxley,
Mm-hmm.
and just to see them feud and just how everything was placed together, yo, that was a dope feud. That was a dope feud. And I was like, yeah, Hangman's the truth. Yeah, he held on to the belt 197 days. So November, October, January, February, March, April, May. So he had about 8 months.
Okay.
Kenny Omega, Kenny had it for almost a year, 346 days. John Moxley had it for 277 days. So so Kenny had it. I'm sorry, John had it for close to 10. So Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe had the belt for a short period.
Yeah, he didn't have it that long.
December, January, February, March, April. He had it for like 4 months. MJF had it for over a year. MJF has the longest reign, 406 days. CM Punk had the shortest reign, 3 days. The shortest reigns ever. His first reign was 87 days. He should have, but I still think that,
He shouldn't have
yeah,
won
he
it.
should have. Huh?
He should never
No,
won it.
he should have never won it. He should have never won that title. Never won that title. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'll be honest with you. I think even in WWE, I don't think he's ever going to win another title. I don't think
Um,
he may.
I about to say he
No,
might.
no,
It's
no.
it's
He's
hard to
not.
say he's not.
He's not. I guarantee you he's not.
Mm,
I mean, maybe. I think if it comes down to wrestlers being injured and no one being available and he's there, right place, right time, he'll win it. He win a world title. He'll win a world title. Do I think he should win a world title? I wouldn't mind Punk winning the world title personally, but him winning that world title in AEW to me didn't make any sense at that time.
it didn't.
I think he should have won a title, but not at that time. It was too early. It was way too early. It was way because they're building stars. Like you're building people to fight this guy. Like just to take the belt off of somebody who's trying to, gain momentum and build a spotlight. You just take the belt off him and just throw it on you because, when you came back, 3 million people watched, and it's like, yeah, it's cool. I get it. It makes sense, but it's like, it wasn't like Punk left AEW. It wasn't like Punk left WWE and went to WCW. That's different. Like if Punk
Right.
left like a WWE and went to like a WCW and you put the title on him, I'd be like, all right, cool. But you left WWE to go to like a fresh promotion, building indie wrestlers to be superstars,
But
and
you
they're
know
not
what's
even at your level yet.
I personally feel that Punk really was done with wrestling, but I feel like Tony Khan and what I'm saying, all of them was kind of just like, yo, come on, you should do it. You should do it. And Punk threw out a number like, I really don't want to, but if I do it, what I'm saying, give me 75 mil. And Tony Khan was like, dude, he's like, oh shoot, he agreed to it. All right, I guess I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it was one of those situations. Now, do I feel that what I'm saying? Did I feel Punk probably had an itch to say, consider doing coming back? Absolutely, but I feel like this is something he wanted to do, or was that he actually planned on doing? I don't think so.
Mhm. Yeah. But I'm glad that I'm gonna tell you what I'm definitely glad that I'm glad that he's back in WWE because that's where he belongs.
Yeah, that even the commentator stated now it feels right, and I hate to
Right.
say sound cliche, but it's like you said, it feels this where he belongs the way it's supposed to be. It feels right.
Yeah. If yo, when he was in AEW, it was like, wow, Punk is back. But I'm like,
Yeah, it was just like,
yeah, and
we ain't see
then
him so
when
long.
yeah, right. I mean, even when he came back, I was like, okay, he's back. But I mean, I was excited. No, I was definitely excited. I was definitely happy. I was excited. I was like, oh shoot, he's back. Really, he's really back. Like he's in AEW. But when everything started to transpire in AEW, I was just kind of like, Punk needs people that's either going to elevate him or he can elevate.
Yeah,
And Punk is not an elevator. He's not an elevator. Punk is a person who shows up to the fight to fight the big dog.
hmm
He's not the guy. He's not like Triple H. He's not somebody that he's not like Triple H made Randy Orton
yeah,
and Batista. He made
hmm
he Triple H made his enemies and fought them. Like Triple H is a type of guy. Triple H is he's adaptable. Like Triple H is he's gonna go to the fight. If that's the big dog, Triple H is going to become the big dog. If Triple
hmm
H needs a big dog, he's going to raise up a big dog and fight the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
he's not he wasn't like Triple H. Um
Definitely not.
and huh? Yeah, right.
That's definitely not.
Even with like even in the moment, even like with the Attitude Era, right? Even like Sean, like even with Sean, you can say the same thing with Sean because Sean and Triple H's relationship helped elevate Triple H.
I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying? So so it's just like with Punk, it's like Punk needs people that's on his level to give him that.
hmm
Like
Right.
if they and it was definitely too early for Punk and MJF because MJF was that person. You know what I'm saying? Um, at that time because MJF had the most heat. Omega, Hangman, Moxley didn't have that heat, but
Uh,
MJF was the only person that had the kind of heat that was like, this is interesting to see those two go back and forth for a title. But it would have, but at that time it was too early for Punk. It was too early because
right.
MJF was still getting comfortable in his role, and they were still trying to make few. They were trying to like build him into the role to where they can work him into winning a world title. But
Right. Because even and for me like the perfect person that would have been perfect for Punk to have his first match, and and we said it, and WWE's going with it, was Seth. You know what I'm saying? Because Seth can
yeah,
sell, he can story tell, and even if and he can kind of like mask. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I guess your flaws or something like that. Now I feel Drew's also gonna what I'm saying, be able to do the same, not on Steph level, but I do feel that Drew's gonna be able to, they're gonna actually go out there and give her a decent match. What I'm saying, when it happens. But yeah, it's
mhm.
like you said, Seth. I mean, Punk needs somebody to like you said, somebody on his level. And honestly, at the time, nobody on the AEW roster was on his level outside of Jericho.
Yeah, that was it. Except for
Oh,
Jericho
and maybe and Kenny. I would say Kenny too.
on in Punk's level.
Yeah.
No, Kenny was
Well,
not.
I mean, in
In the
ring
ring.
wise,
You mean
yeah,
like ring? Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah, in ring
I feel
wise,
like in a ring, I feel like in a ring, Hangman, um, Omega, Jericho, like those guys were on his level. Like the match that he
right.
had with Hangman was a good match. It was just that CM Punk botched. CM Punk was the one that was botching, not Hangman.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's happens
You know what I mean?
when you're away from ring for like what I'm saying, like 10 years, and you decide
Yeah.
to come back like, oh, I still
But
got it. Like,
he had matches before that though. He had other matches
yeah, but I mean, they weren't.
with
But
Jay. Like
even
with Jay,
but
he had like, but he
yeah,
had
but you
like
bring him in,
He had
right? You bring
2 or 3 months. 2 or 3
against
months,
Darby
Jay.
Allen, who's still learning. Like you get
Darby Allen. What's the dude name? Something Hobbs, Hardcore Hobbs, or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, damn, what has yeah, and I know and Sean's gonna kill us, but yeah, Hobbs, yeah, I can't think of his
Yeah,
first name.
but every
Powerhouse
week,
Hobbs, there you go.
yeah, Powerhouse. Every week he was having matches though.
Oh well,
So when he
I
went
guess
against Page and he
I
had
guess I
that
missed that
match,
part.
yeah, I mean he botched. He tried to do the bookshot lariat, botched it. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta watch that match again. But it's just like it was like there were people on his level in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing that AEW have. Like they definitely got people that's on his level in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and some better. I think whatchamacallit is better than him in the ring.
Cool.
Hangman, than
Okay.
Punk in the ring. You gotta see his match. Yo, Hangman's the truth, man.
Nah. I'm not taking
Hangman's
that.
the
I'm
truth,
not taking
bro.
nothing away from Hangman.
Hangman,
Hangman is nice. Nah, I agree. Hangman is nice.
yeah, Hangman, whatchamacallit, Hangman, like even Cole, Adam Cole, Pac.
Oh well, we know what Cole brings to the table from you know what I'm saying from I know personally because
Yeah,
NXT. Now I don't know
right.
his stuff prior to NXT, but
But yeah, but nah, whatchamacallit, the matches, because literally I think it was like in like 1 year time span, Hangman Page had like 3 or 4 5-star matches, and according to Dave Meltzer, you know what I'm saying? Or
we
Dirty
know
Dave.
we don't listen to Dave. We don't just like we don't talk about Bruno. We don't listen to Dave because Dave's takes is so like biased. Like
Yeah, according to Dirty Dave,
I
Dirty
think
Dave Meltzer.
Dave might be on the AEW payroll because his all his takes be like, come on, son. Like, so you trying to tell me this match wasn't a 5-star
If it's WWE, it gets no more than 4
at
stars, 4.5.
at all?
The highest, right? The highest you can get is 4.5, unless you're Daniel Bryan. Then you get like 5 stars for everything you do. You just, Daniel Bryan just throw like one shin kick and 5 stars. Oh my God, it's the
Like,
greatest.
that was a great match.
Right, it's the greatest shin kick. That's the
Daniel
greatest
Bryan,
schoolboy ever.
Daniel Bryan at his age still be able to do a schoolboy roll up. I can't believe it. That's a 5-star match right there.
Right. So I mean, man, but anyway, listen, man, it's been 2 hours. You about to go on 3 hours.
All right.
Yeah. All right. We thank you guys for joining us for another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I'm your host, Saheem the Dream. Join us next time as we go live. We should do a Monday Night Raw live. We should watch it.
I do a double on Monday, so I can't do that. I get off at 11:30.
Double trouble. All right, so we're going
live.
And
then it's the holiday, Memorial Day. Nobody.
It is a holiday. It's a holiday. And I got the holiday off. I'm happy. I'm gonna be here doing nothing.
Must be nice.
Oh, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be great. Sit around, do nothing, play video games all day. No, I ain't gonna be playing video games. I'm gonna be doing some other stuff, trying to get some stuff together, put some videos up on the channel. But
Okay.
All right, guys. We thank you for another edition of join us for another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I'm your host, Saheem the Dream. Join us as we go live this Tuesday to talk Monday Night Raw and Gunther being the new King of the Ring, Nia Jax being the new Queen of the Ring.
We talk about your girl, Sexy Red.
And and Sexy Red is supposed to be on NXT. So we'll see how that goes Tuesday. And NXT's Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you know what? So while we're gonna be watching it the same. I'm gonna be watching it while we go live. So yeah, and we're gonna be talking about Sexy Red. Sexy Red is gonna be on NXT. The state of hip hop is in a state of emergency, and so is NXT. See, because you got Sexy Red. Did you heard her new song with Drake?
Nah, yeah, I literally just saw it on my timeline. I'm gonna listen to it.
The level of trash. I mean, you can't make this
Oh,
up, man.
okay, okay.
You
So
can't
never
make it.
mind then.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.